Can you take a 5-step article and turn it into courses, memberships, and maybe even an empire? We're going to answer that question in just a moment. And I think our guest and you are going to love the answers. Welcome, everyone, to episode 72 or 73. I'm starting to lose track. It's one of those two of the Content Profit Show. This is Jeff Herring, your host, and we're broadcasting live at the moment from our virtual studios here, several miles, like 60 miles north of Atlanta, in the foothills of the North Georgia mountains. And today, our special guest is Jeannette Cosella. Did I get that right?
Cosella.
Cosella. I didn't do I did the Z like a C. Cosella. Yeah, I had it written down, but I just said it wrong. Okay. Now, Jeannette is cool because listen to what she does. She helps life coaches like you attract clients with content and email marketing. And can I just tell that story that you just told me? Okay. The was it ICF, International Coaching Federation, didn't like her training. She couldn't join that association. So you know what Jeannette did? She started her own. I love that. I love that. And what's the name of that association, Jeannette?
International Association of Professional Life Coaches.
I like that. I like that. Good for you. Good for you. I just, do you have an affiliate program?
Yes.
We'll talk, okay? Because I want to send people to you just because, because of the attitude that says, "Oh yeah," because that's a fantastic predictor of success. How'd you?
That was 11 years ago.
Really? Good for you. And so you stayed with it. I like that. How did you get into this life coaching world?
Well, it started out that I'm actually a fine artist. That's my background, and I got into website design and graphic design in the 90s, and I decided to make my own product and market it online. And the coach I was working with suggested that I make a course to go along with it. The product was a set of flashcards with my graphic designs, and they had quotes from Wallace Wattles' book, The Science of Getting Rich.
Right.
Which was in public domain. And so then I made this course, and then it looked like I needed to help people by coaching them. And so then I thought, oh, coaching. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I like to teach. And so I took a coach certification and turned into a coach.
And here we are. I love that. Good for you. What is it? Talking about graphics back in the 90s, wasn't it called Microsoft Publisher that could do designing and stuff?
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's a while back. I mean, I don't even know that it exists anymore. All right. So welcome to the show. Let's take a look at what we got here, kids. Boom and boom. There we go. And let's get over here because we've got this great article here. And let's get us over on the side. Let the people see this better. And then you make it larger. Whoops. That did something I didn't expect it to do. All right, there we go. Try that again. There we go. That way you don't have to put on your glasses or squint. All right, you've got, it's called On Becoming a Coach, 5 Essential Steps for Launching a Life Coaching Business. And the cool thing about this being a 14-minute read is, one, the build up to it is thorough. I really like that. The other thing about this being a 14-minute read, is this an ebook yet?
No.
Okay, that's step one, because all you got to do is PDF this and go to Canva and make a title make a title page, because this is thorough. So yay. let's see, defining life coaching, 5 steps. And then we get down into the 5. That's cool. All right. So mindset is half the battle. Only half? I'm playing. It is. Okay. So that's for sure. Beliefs are just thought patterns that are habitual. Yep. I love it. Okay. And then your life coaching program, what you're going to deliver uniquely. Oh my goodness, you get into pricing? That's so rare. Really is so rare. I like that. Bookkeeping, the fun part, right? Essential tools for running a business online. All right. You know what? You probably know this, Jeannette. Most of the people I talk to don't have all of these, don't have half of these. They might have a website, and that's it. So you break those down. See, every one of these by itself, um, these 5 things within number 4 could be its own article, which is cool. Business systems. All right. Yep. Yep. I love it. Content creation system. I've heard about that stuff. So you guys that are watching and listening, I think you understand this could be an ebook right as it is. Okay. And so one of the things, there you go, International Association of Professional Life Coaches. One of the things you could do is, just take this article, turn it into an ebook, and charge for it. Because people would say, well, yeah, but I could get it here free. Yeah, but people pay for bundling things and packaging things, and you put in a couple bonuses, and there you go. And I was bragging on Jeannette before we started, because look at that. Published in Illumination 1 day ago. Yay. Because a lot of times I'll look at these and it's like, 2019, 2020. No. So you got a new follower today because I followed you. So good stuff here. You're in Illumination. Yay. And like we talked about, get you up to 100 followers so we can get you in the partner program. All right, let's dive into the meat. All right, Jeannette's new content empire. And like I said, this is a rough draft. We can play with it, do whatever we want, change it, keep it, burn it, whatever. Okay, so I love the phrase on becoming a coach. And I didn't put in life coach, so let me do that. Becoming a life coach. Okay, so that's the article. Traffic from Medium. And again, that one article, have you broken any pieces off of that one article into smaller articles?
No.
Because there's probably 15 to 20 articles within that one, which will drive traffic for you. And then we talked about the ebook. That's a no-brainer. Do you have a course on this yet, on becoming a life coach?
No.
Oh, why are you laughing? What you giggling about?
Because I should have thought of that.
Well, here's the thing, Jeannette, and everybody. We can't think of everything, okay? I've been at this 17 years, and I have a coach. I'm meeting with him tomorrow morning. And it pays to have another set of eyes that cares about you and your business on your business. Because he sees stuff that, just like you, I laugh and go, why didn't I think of that? And so, it's a good thing. Now, when I say courses over here, it can be multiple things. Okay. What a kind thing from Sandra from Australia. Is that Sandra D that left that wonderful comment on my Medium? I'll be using that soon in an email. Everybody will see it. Hello, Jeff. Sandra from Australia. Great to be here live watching this. Loving your work. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Definitely appreciate you. All right. When I say courses, Jeanette, here's what I mean. Okay. This whole thing. Yes, sir. Yay, Sandra. Nice to meet you. All right. So you've got at least a 5-module course here. Okay. And then you add a, one module for each of the steps. And then you add a get started here module on the front end and a next success steps on the back end. Now you're at 7 modules. But there is so much you can pull out of that main course. The quickest one would be each one of those 5 modules becomes its own mini course. Okay. And then this is large enough to have spin-offs. Like when you had the 5 parts that people needed, the 5 tools, and there was another 5-part, that can be a spin-off. My first course was called Article Writing and Marketing Secrets. This is back in like 06 or something. And it wasn't Article Marketing Secrets because somebody had that already, had that domain. I think it was 4 modules: article writing, article submission, article marketing, and article income. Been doing this article income thing for a while. And it went great. We did it in the fall, we did it in the spring. And then I pulled out of the marketing part, people were really going nuts about the list building part. Okay. So that became my second course, list building gold secrets. Okay. So you are sitting just on this document from today, a gold mine of courses. Okay. And you hadn't even thought about it before today. It's a beautiful thing. Making sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the cool thing is, I know you know this, but this is for everybody. That's just from one article. You didn't, although it's lengthy, it's a great 14-minute read. You haven't said everything you know about this, right? And because that's a pretty deep well, isn't it?
Yes.
And so, I often ask people, what would it be like if we turned every one of your articles into a product? And they just get this glazed look like you can do that. All right. So that's one big step. Now, these 2 things stand for short-term memberships and monthly memberships. Now, you have an association, which is a beautiful thing, okay? Because it's a form of membership. And sometimes it's easier to get somebody to buy into an association than it is a membership. It's just got a different feel to it. And so the cool thing about your association and all the things we're doing today is they can feed each other. Okay. You can take pieces of what you got here and make it part of the association. Like in my Content Profit Nation, and get all the courses. You can, you can do so much with this. The reason I talk about short-term memberships is 2 reasons. One, some people get skittish about a membership because, every month for the rest of my life, no, it's not Hotel California. You can leave. And short-term is an easier sell. And the other reason is that about half of the people that take a short-term membership end up over here in a membership. Okay. So you could easily do with what you've got in this article, easily a 12-week short-term membership, $37 a month. And I'm really big on service delivery time and service consumption time, because I came up in the day when, there was the thud factor. You order something online and they send you a big box of stuff that thuds when they put it on your doorstep. That's like about as old as a 1998 website now, because people are busy, people are overwhelmed. You want to give them good stuff, but enough that they can consume. So in the article I wrote about this morning, I talked about doing weekly training, which I've gotten away from. You could do like once a week for a short term, though, one PDF instruction, and one training video for each. Okay. The other beautiful thing is you don't have to have it all together before you launch it. You just need to be one ahead. When I launched Article Marketing for Beginners on a Thursday, I think I had 4 of the 12. And, I just had to make sure the next one was there by Thursday morning. Now, I'll confess, there was a few Wednesday nights I was up pretty late figuring this out. But, once it's done, right? And so, again, half of the people that take this will go to the monthly. And, you can make it 12 weeks just by doing those 5 things and then doing the 2 that have sections within it. Like there was 5 pieces in 2 different sections. There's your content. Okay. And part of the PDF training would be taking that snippet of your article and sending it to them, maybe with some action questions. The other cool thing with courses is about 1/3 of the people that take courses end up in one of these 2, and then half of these people end up here. Now, the danger with a monthly program is overwhelm. There was a time I did one where there was a training every week, and it was fun because my then 14-year-old son asked the questions that people sent in. But the reason why people left was they couldn't keep up with it, right? And so that's why the one we're in together, Cindy's model, there's 2 Q&As a month, right? Sometimes a training a month, and all those trainings to look through. Okay. You're not drinking out of a fire hose and don't feel overwhelmed. So for a monthly, you could do one of those 5 essential steps, right? And a video training and a Q&A. Okay. And the beauty of it is recycle that 2 and 2/5 times. You've got a whole year. Okay. Doing it a month. You start off with essential 1 as module 1, and then on you go. And two cool things about this. Like we said, you haven't shared in that article everything you know about this. So you could do more of that in each module. And you don't share the same thing over and over every 5 module cycle. You do different stuff. And there's going to be people coming in all along that never saw the first 5 modules, right? So they can go back and learn that. So you've got archives. So what you think so far?
That sounds good. So this last part that you were talking about, you're still referring to the short-term?
No, I'm returning. Well, both of them you can do the 5 on, but I'm talking about, this would only be like a 12-week. I'm talking, this is about a monthly. It's just ongoing, like your association. And that 5 module cycle, right? You would just run and then start it over again. And then run and start it over again. You do that 3 times, you got a month. You got a year and 3 months, a year and a 4th. So, again, I'm real big on service delivery time and service consumption time, because I've seen far too many membership site owners burn out because they're just delivering too much. And by the time they realize they're burnt out, their members are way burnt out, and it's almost too late to do anything about it. I don't want that to happen here. Getting a glimpse of the future here. Cool. I really am excited for you. Anything that you would want to change or add to what we have here?
So the short-term memory, short-term
short-term memory. What are we talking about?
The short-term membership would just keep turning over. Like it would sort of be like a drip thing. So whenever they came in, they'd start with module 1.
Yeah. And then they go for 12 weeks, and you wouldn't even have to recycle the 5. You could just do pieces of those 2 that have, 5 parts to it. And then again, once you're done with it, it's done, and you just sell it as a product. The other cool thing, what was I going to say? Short term. It'll come back. There's a lot of advantages to it. It breaks through that resistance of being in there for a long time. And it's gone. It'll come back. If it doesn't come back, I'll send it to you. It'll probably come back while we're talking afterwards. Anyway, the beauty of this that I want you and everybody to see is we've done all this with the same content. You're not having to reinvent the wheel. Okay, so Jeff, what's the difference between a course, a short-term membership, and a monthly membership? It has to do with the depth of knowledge that you go to, right? And the access to you, okay? And so they have limited access to you all the way to a lot of access to you here. It's kind of like what I learned about grad school. It never really got harder. It just got to be more in depth, as you went. And it's funny, this never happened, but I always expected to get called to the office one day and say, "Hey, Jeff, we kind of figured out, that you don't belong here. You should have stopped with a bachelor's," because I felt like such an imposter in grad school, even though I was loving it. But apparently, I got away with it. Cool. It's amazing how fast 20 minutes goes. All right, so let's wrap this up. You and I will talk for a while afterwards. Folks, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions, whether you're live or on a replay, video, or the podcast. How can I use what Jeff and Jeannette did today in my own business? That's question 1. And question 2 is, how can I get Jeff to do for me what he just did for Jeannette? Okay. And there is a link below my name, and it says jeffherring.com/apply, APPLY. That way you can sit in Jeanette's seat, not where she is, but what she's done today. jeffherring.com/APPLY. Did you catch that, Sandra? Okay, look at that. That's a hint, Sandra. So cool. She called herself Sandra D. I love it. Cool. And ever since I first read your name yesterday, Sandra, in your comment, a lot of songs from Greece have been on replay in my mind. So thank you for those earworms. Any questions before we wrap up, Miss Jeannette?
Not that I can think of right now, but this is very eye-opening, and
Yay.
things that may have crossed my mind, but never thought that I could make it a reality.
Yeah, and I hear you, because I'm that way. I hear that all the time. And part of making it reality is having someone to help you and knowing how to package all this. Okay. And so we'll talk about that in a little bit. Thank you for being such a great guest.
You're welcome.
And thank you all for being such great viewers and listeners. I almost said watchers. Great viewers and listeners. And I thank you all every time we're live like this, because in a matter of months, this has gone from 1 session a week to 4 a week. We're booking 2 months, almost 3 months ahead now, and seriously considering doing 5. So, Sandra says she's got Grease songs now in your head. Good, I gave it back to you. All right, so as always, folks, you know what to do. Go use this stuff, and we'll catch you on the next episode.